Who would have guessed it's an international break, which gives Sky Sports, and in particular Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, their chance to go in on Manchester United. We also want to have a discussion around the January transfer targets and this squad currently with the likes of Kobbie Mainoo. Will we see him go out on loan or stay when that January transfer window shuts? We're going to have a bit of a discussion today. So as usual, get involved in that comment section and smash that like button. Let's start on the January transfer targets first. A lot of news coming out around Anderson from Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, a lot of news coming out, a lot of discussion, but I've got a confession to make. After speaking to Paul Parker on and off camera the other day, I've completely changed my mind and my thoughts on what's going to happen in January. Will United or won't they recruit in January? Well, I now do believe they will. I cannot believe the club will splash the cash, though.
I did say a couple of weeks ago to you, because we got a discussion around it in a live video discussing targets, and I said the only realistic target I can see for Manchester United, and that would be Gallagher from Atletico Madrid. And I do believe that Kobbie Mainoo still might be itching or trying to get out of the exit door in January for reasons that we all know, and that's because he wants to try and get in that World Cup squad. But I do think a loan move for Gallagher would be a smart bit of business. I do think there'll be some people out there even who might think he'll be an upgrade in that squad over Kobbie Mainoo.
Well, I've got to agree. I didn't agree a few weeks ago talking about Conor Gallagher. My remarks on him was a bit disparaging, but I look at it and I think Conor Gallagher is my bet for a transfer into Manchester United, but as a loan move, and you just never know where that can go. It ticks all the boxes for me. A loan move, it strengthens the midfield, won't cost Manchester United a lot of money. You know, Jason Wilcox told us him and Rúben meet all the time and they're looking at strengthening the side. But I do look at the club. They're not going to splash the cash. So a loan move is the right choice, and strengthening that midfield is a priority. We know that. There is talk, we know that, of buying players in the summer for that position. But for me, I think January is a must, and I don't think it relies on the games or the results coming up to Christmas. I think they're irrelevant to what's going to go on, me.
Yeah, I do think a lot of fans as well are confident out there that in the summer, though, that United will go and get the likes of either Carlos Baleba or Elliot Anderson. My opinion, in the summer, I do think we need actually two midfielders bringing into this club. And if they do end up getting Conor Gallagher on loan in January, and we do see Mainoo depart as well, I mean, if Conor Gallagher lights it up at United, I mean, you could end up then seeing a permanent transfer done for him in the summertime. Who knows? But I am pretty confident that they will look to go and get him in January, Gallagher.
Yeah, I think the signs are there. Right now, it's clear recruitment's needed. If you look at the big picture, and the big picture really is the summertime. And Kieron just said there, two midfield players. Now, that would be the icing on the cake. There's no need to look forward to players further up the field, goal scorers and all that. I think, as we can see, goals are being scored. There's going to be a lot of improvement there. But Baleba, for me,
he looks like the main target to you. For me personally,
major doubt. Listen, it's a major doubt in my mind. I think the cost, what people was talking about, is form now. And then I don't see Baleba at all now. I think they were just looking at him just at the end of the transfer window in the summer. And to be honest, to splash the cash that much on a player, unproven, well, there's major doubts there. And then you also now got to look at Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, Man United didn't go actually spend that 100 million that was quoted out there in all the media reports. And I don't ever think they'll look to go and spend that again in the summertime, even if he does start lighting it up at Brighton from now until the end of the season. I think he's still a young lad. We talked about it when Brighton come to Old Trafford, that he needs to pass that test in terms of handling the pressure and playing in front of a crowd at Old Trafford. And I do think he failed it there. And maybe it has got something to do with Manchester United maybe turning his head in the summer before that transfer window closes. But you'd like to then see a player, no matter what their age is, focus on the current club and focus on the current performances. And I just don't think he's let it up, like I say, like he did do last season at Brighton. Whereas Elliot Anderson, for me, despite their poor start to the season, Nottingham Forest, every game that I've watched him in, I think he's done really, really well.
Yeah, well, I have major doubts about Anderson, not just my personal opinion, but from the club point of view. Yes, big money being talked about for Anderson. Is there value in that? I look at it from a club point of view as well. Would United pay that? I very much doubt it. And the reason why I say that, because he's unproven at the top level, and it is a risk. And for me, you don't know where it's going to go. I don't believe United will pay that money. I think they're out there week in, week out, as Jason Wilcox says, and they're always looking. And they will keep changing their mind. And stories like this will keep changing. That's the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, we've got to put up with it. Rumours, stories, everything else like that. But you have to look at it realistically. United want value, and there's no value in going and getting Anderson, in my opinion, or Baleba at the prices being quoted. So for me, major doubts on the pair of them.
Yeah, no, I do agree when you're talking in terms of the price and then the value, any potential resale value in the future. But I do think them two lads in Anderson and Baleba, they have got something about him. Despite me actually saying about Baleba, he's not lighting up, pulling up any trees at the moment. I do think that is a player that the United will be still targeting, still scouting and looking to get a deal done in the summer. But it'll be nowhere near that £100 million mark. Have Manchester United got that business savvy brain now to go out there and get players cheaper than what the clubs are actually demanding? I do think so. And I do think they'll sit round at a table, and I do think they'll get a deal done for Baleba. You know, I'm clutching at straws here. I know that. And this might prove to have egg on my face come the summertime. But I think we'll get a deal done for Baleba for roughly about 70 to 75 million in the summer. Let me know if you think that's a fair price for him, given his age and his potential.
Yeah, well, listen, the good players, I'm not taking that away from anyone. They are good players, but are they good enough for Manchester United this season? The rest of the season will show us how good they are. Can Baleba come back? Can Anderson step it up, rescue Forrest, get him out of the trouble? So these big question marks, and we'll know in the summer who United are going for.
Yeah, there's a lot of names being mentioned. I think there's Stiller as well. Is it from Stuttgart in Germany? And like you just mentioned before, from now until the end of the season, there'll probably be 100 more names added to that list. So let's just keep a watch out for that. But I don't expect any serious business to be done in that midfield or any other areas of the pitch until the summertime. I just think it's going to be a possible low move for Conor Gallagher from Atletico Madrid. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. As we said at the start of the video, it's international break, unfortunately, but it gives Sky Sports News, and in particular Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, to try and stick that knife into Manchester United. Obviously, as we know, Rúben Amorim's now has come up to that 12-month mark as being the Manchester United manager, and he doesn't think that Manchester United have improved.
Well, it's just typical Sky Sports. They bring on an irrelevant ex-professional footballer to absolutely slag Manchester United down. Just call it rotten. And that's what he did. And that's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. I've never heard a good word come out of his mouth about Manchester United. But it was set up. It was set up by Sky Sports to have a go at Manchester United. And all the facts just completely prove him wrong. But he didn't mind coming on Sky Sports, talking rubbish and embarrassing himself, because that's what they do. And Sky Sports are doing it all the time. Just an embarrassment all round, to be honest.
Yeah, look, as United fans, we want to see significant improvement. We all do. And the first thing that I took away from actually listening to the segment that he'd done on Manchester United, and I watched it twice as well, was I don't even think he's watched a game this season with his own eyes, because he kept on coming back with stats of, goals scored, goals against, etc. And he was just laughing, and he actually looked nervous. He looked uncomfortable actually talking about Manchester United as though it wasn't his actual opinion. And that's what I took from it.
He was paid to lie, as far as I'm concerned. It's as simple as that. He took the money, he came in for it, and he run out of there, right? And he's not embarrassed about it. The facts are there.
Have you got any facts that he was paid to lie about it?
I've got no facts. It's my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Because he was embarrassed about what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because if you look at last year, we was getting slaughtered at home. We only had moments in games, and teams were just running amok at Old Trafford. And just look at the stats. Look at the games we've won. And then you look at the away games now. We're performing better. We are a unit. We are a team. We've got rid of the deadwood and everything. And he's not giving anything for that. He was given a few stats to go on. Goals scored and goals scored against and all that. He wouldn't normally come out with comments like that. He had an agenda. He was given an agenda. But do we expect anything else? This is what the media is. This is what Sky Sports do. They even bring on United fans to slag United off. That's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, last season, it was one of the worst in my lifetime. I've got
Yes.
to be honest with you
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And that's what you expect
It
from
was
us.
easy.
Honest. Yeah, you was going into every game, you know, your chin slumped on your chest, you know, your shoulders down, and you're just looking for the inevitable, which was a poor performance and probably coming away with nothing from the game. But this season, we've started to see, I think, bright spots in there, you know, in particular, Brian and Mbeumo. I mean, what a huge signing he's been up to now for Manchester United, forming a great partnership, in my opinion, with Ahmad. You got the likes of Cunha as well, which I think there's a lot more to come from Cunha. I think he's been in and out of games now and again, what we've faced in the last 5 games, even though we've gone 5 unbeaten, and I'm expecting a lot more from Cunha. Benjamin Sesko as well. I mean, he's not even got out of first or second gear yet, and there's a lot of slander going on out there with Benjamin Sesko, but I'm glad to see a lot of United fans, in particular in this community, who are still backing Sesko, because I think they see, and a lot of us see, some of the intelligent runs that he is making for other players to create space, and it'll only be a matter of time before he starts bagging that ball in the back of the net consistently, and I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, it'd be only a matter of time before every news channel gets Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink on there to slag Man United down, and he'll do it willingly because he'll take the cash to tell fibs.
Yeah, and you look at where Man United are currently in the table. I know it's 7th, but you look at the points off the top 4 as well, and you look at the next run of 5 fixtures that we've got coming up compared to the 5 last ones unbeaten, and you've got to look at it, and I think every United fan out there is that, you know, these are winnable games, and that will show a big sign of improvement as well.
Well, a big sign of improvement. Get to Christmas, pick up a load of points, and do you know something? For a Christmas present, what I'm going to bring you all, I'm going to get in touch with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, see if he'll come on this channel and talk absolute garbage, because I won't let him talk garbage. I will give it him straight. But that's your Christmas present if United pick up a lot of points, because we will have improved. And let's see Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink get out of that one with me. Not a chance.
Especially if we go another 5 unbeaten, whether there's wins or draws in there. But I'm sure the likes of Sky Sports still wouldn't see any improvement based on last season. But I think we all can see it as well. I think there's a feeling there amongst Manchester United fans inside the club as well. All the right noises are coming out in terms of recruitment strategy of where they want to be long term. And look, sometimes we've just got to be a bit patient. I know it's not a thing in football that you can be with a lot of fans. You know, patience isn't always there, but sometimes when you do see that signs of improvement, that we are seeing them small steps, looking to the next game, I think we've all just got to stick with it, and let's hope we start picking up more points and getting up that table.
Well, I'm sticking with it, and I've got patience, and I've got a little black book there with names in it, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink is right in amongst these names for me to call them out when I'm ready.
I wonder who's number 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Get your thoughts and opinions in that comment section. Just thought I'd do a bit of a brief overview today. It's the international break. I won't take too many stories out there as gospel right now. You know what the world's like of Manchester United, just to fill up every inch of the sports column. And that's what we do. Hated, adored, never ignored. But like I say, thanks for joining us. Smash that like button, and we'll be back tomorrow with another chat. So come and join us and take care. Thank you.
Thank you.